Hello, I'm Roger Bush, I'm the Dean of Truro, and I'm here in the cathedral standing by John Miller's painting of Cornubia, which he painted in 1980. And as you can see, it shows the whole of Cornwall as seen from the far southeast, from a rather darker looking Devon, I have to say. And as you go further west, the light gets brighter and more iridescent. The painting actually shows all the many different churches that populate Cornwall from east to west. And emanating from the cathedral are beams of light which irradiates the saints as they head towards the west. And in the far distance you can see the Isles of Scilly as well, so that they're not forgotten from Miller's imagination. And this represents the saints entering into their bright glory, going towards the west to a nearer presence in God. Today is, of course, St Pirans Day, and we celebrate St Pirans Day because of the enormous benefits that we've received from the tradition of all the Cornish Celtic saints that came to Cornwall well over 1500 years ago and really rooted in the place names that we all know and love so well in Cornwall, like St Eyre, like St Agnes, and the names that Perran has given his name to: Perran Zabulo, Perran Uthno, Perran Awerthel. Of course, what this painting also represents is the hallowed nature of Cornwall because of the inheritance that we've received from the Cornish saints. The land and the sea bespeaks the saints' glory. And that hallowed nature is something that I think we need to take seriously today. The Cornish saints knew a thing or two about the glories and the beauties of God's creation. And our debates these days with regard to the environment is how much that our action is impacting upon that creation to a very detrimental effect. And I suppose in some instances, the year of COVID that we've experienced has highlighted some of the issues that bulk very large in our discourse these days. And so I think it's important that as we celebrate St Pirans Day, we also support and celebrate the hallowed nature of God's creation. Creation care is something that the church is allying itself to in a very big way indeed. We cannot be disciples of Jesus without honouring and caring for God's creation. And that means challenging ourselves to adapt to the changing circumstances we find ourselves in with regard to environmental issues, biodiversity, and so on. When we celebrate a Saint's Day like St Piran, of course, it's a great celebration of our identity, of our inheritance. But it's not just simply a rooting around in the past for some nostalgic purpose. It's about retrieving what these saints mean to us, to adapt them to our own times and circumstances. And creation care is an emblematic part of what the saints' inheritance give to us. And so in honouring St Piran and all the Cornish saints, we also honour the creative hallowedness of God. So let's redouble our efforts to care for creation in all the ways that we possibly can. Thank you for listening. Have a very happy St Pirans Day. And to continue the celebration, we're now going to hear Truro Cathedral Choir singing a piece by Russell Pascoe. It's the setting of the Lord's Prayer in Cornish, and it's Perran Arleth, and it's a celebration of this wonderful spirit that we celebrate on this St Pirans Day.